InMail is the most underrated feature on Sales Navigator, and in this video I will show you a secret technique to send mass emails on LinkedIn and get much more replies to your prospecting campaign. And this technique is paid. You need to invest money to use the system I'm going to show you today. For that we'll need one Sales Navigator account to build our lead lists, one Evaboot account to export our leads into a CSV file and know if they are open profiles or not, and one GetSales account to automate our InMail sending. So total, you need to invest $200 minimum to use that technique, but remember, you just need to close one client to get a positive ROI on this. Okay, so let's get technical now. So we are going to send mass emails on LinkedIn by contacting open profiles. So what are open profiles? They are profiles that you can reach out directly to because they activated an option on LinkedIn. So if I click on message here, for example, you see that you have this chat box here that is open, that is different than the regular LinkedIn chat box. Here you have the mention free message here. Let's click on why. And let's read this text here. The open profile premium feature allows anyone on LinkedIn to contact a premium member for free, even if they're not in the sender's network. All LinkedIn members can see the full profiles of premium members who have enabled open profile. In order to be an open profile, you must have a premium subscription. So here you can see you can detect that manually by clicking on message. But the great thing is that if you use the right export tool, like Evaboot, you get in your export a column is open profile with the mention true or false. So you can basically detect who is an open profile at scale with Evaboot. And here, all the people with the mention true, these guys are open profiles that you can reach out to with a free InMail. It means that you will skip the connection request step and use an InMail for free to land directly into the main inbox of these people. And that's a great thing because right now with the LinkedIn limitations, you can only send between 10 and 20 connection requests per day. So with that, you can basically double the number of people you can reach out to on LinkedIn and contact an additional 600 people per month. The only drawback here is that you can look for open profiles with LinkedIn search engine. You can only detect who is an open profile within the lists that you export with Evaboot. So let me show you an example now. Let's take this list of 100 leads here. What you're going to do is install the Evaboot Chrome extension. I will leave a link in the description, first link in the description of this video, and then you will get this button here, export leads. You will click here and then name your search, export the leads with or without emails. Here we will export the lead with emails, and then Evaboot will detect automatically who is an open profile in this list. So here the export is launched. To save you time, I already exported the list. Here we found 87% of the emails. So that's a good score. Now let's take a look at the file. So here we have, zoom that. We have first name, last name, current job, email, email status, LinkedIn URL, Sales Navigator URL, and the column here is open profile. What you are going to do once you upload this list on Google Sheet is activate the filter option here and then filter here on true. And here the calcul is simple because we only have 100 leads. So let's paste these leads into another sheet and we have 39 open profile, guys. It means that 40% of our leads can be contacted with free InMails. So that's a great news. Next step is to upload your list of open profiles in GetSales. GetSales is a tool that allows Send InMail as an action in their automated sequences. So you got GetSales, I think you got Expandy as well, and a few other automation tools that allows to send emails, but for that video, we will use GetSales. So first thing here is that you will download your file. Here, download the CSV. We go on GetSales, click on Imports, here, Import Contacts. And then here we'll select CSV, Import Contacts, and drop our file here. And then we can name the list like open profile, for example. And we can add tags as well. So we can also add the tag open profile. And we upload the list like this on GetSales. We'll have to match the column. Here, GetSales does that automatically. Here, so we have the first name, the last name, company name, etc., the work email. So everything seems to have been mapped correctly here. So let's create the import. Once the contacts are uploaded, you go to automations here and you go to create automation and build manually. Then you'll start by adding a first node here and you will pick the action send InMail. And let's take a look at the description here. Send an InMail message. InMail can be sent for free to contacts with an open profile, or using credits if the sender profile as LinkedIn Premium. Otherwise, the task will fail. So this node will send free InMails and also paid InMails if you have a Sales Navigator subscription with which you can send 50 InMails per month. So I won't spend time on the copywriting here. This is not a copywriting tutorial. I will just show you the structure. So boom, here, basically you can add contacts after that to your sequence and you will send a free email to all these people. But you don't want to stop here. What happens if the people, they don't reply to your open email? After that, you want to continue the sequence and keep sending them messages. The good thing is that we get the email from most of these people. So let's add a logic point here with a condition rule. And let's make a rule that says email status is as work email. And if this person has an email, and with Evaboot we found a majority of emails, we are going to send an email. And not only one email, we are going to follow up, obviously. So personally, I like to send emails every 3 days because I think the goal is to get a no as fast as possible. And also you don't want to send a lot of message to people that are not interested by your solution. So for me, just 2 follow-up emails, 3 days interval. So if you get a no, you get it fast, but you don't spend 3 weeks harassing someone that don't want to talk to you. So here, same thing. If no reply, wait for reply here, 3 days, like this. And well, if we don't have a reply by email, we can follow up via LinkedIn. And I forgot to mention, but why here we use emails before LinkedIn? It's because you can send up to 100 emails per day with a mailbox. And you know that on LinkedIn, you can only send 10 to 20 connection requests per day. So the rule here is to use first the channel that have more capacity. So we use the email before LinkedIn. But here, if you don't get a reply, same thing, logic, wait for reply, any channel. Here we can wait 3 days. Then we can add send a connection request here. Personally, I like to leave the connection request empty, and because if you get an optimized LinkedIn profile, you trigger curiosity with your profile. Most of the notes, they are salesy. Personally, when I receive a note, I'm like, oh, this person is going to sell me something. And when I receive a connection request from an interesting profile, I just accept it and wait for the message after that. So my advice would be to send the connection request without a note. Then after that, you had a new action, which is wait for connection. And here you can wait a lot, because some people, they connect maybe weekly to LinkedIn, you don't know. So me, I like to wait at least for 10 days before saying that, okay, this person won't reply. And if we connected, if the person accepted my connection request, I send a message here. And then same thing, you add 2 follow-ups with 3 days interval each. I will just do one here for the video. So here you can see you send your free email, then the emails, and then the connection requests, and then the LinkedIn messages if the person accepts. But let's say we don't have the email of this person. Well, what we are going to do is send a connection request because we don't have the email. So on the other branch of the automation, we do the exact same workflow, but we just ignore the email step. Here, wait for connection, 10 days. And then same thing, if connected, here you send a message. And well, if you're not connected on LinkedIn, you're kind of out of options there. Maybe you can send to an ad campaign, I don't know, do whatever you want. But the structure is this one for open email. For that left part of the sequence here, that's what we call multi-channel outreach. It means that you are going to contact the same leads on different channels, and this really increases the reply rates. I explain in detail why in another video about multi-channel outreach that will pop at the top right of this video. You can check it if you're interested by this topic. But basically the main thing is that by changing channels, you show to your prospect that you do more effort to reach out to him. And also you can leverage the fact that you change channel in your messages. So let's say you send the first email and then you move to LinkedIn. You can mention in your email that you try to send an email. And that's like, we already have a connection, you and me, because I sent you a message and I didn't get a reply. So I use that as I tried to connect with you, but you didn't reply. And I tried that on many sequences, and a lot of people, they apologize. That's funny because they say, oh, sorry, I didn't see your message on LinkedIn, but yeah, interested by your thing, or tell me more. So make sure each time you change channel to mention the fact that you tried the other channel before. And for example, on that case, when you go back to LinkedIn, you can say, oh, I sent you an email and then I sent you emails. So now I'm back on LinkedIn. I really want to talk with you. Obviously, make sure you have a real value proposition and you don't annoy people for the sake of it. But yeah, if you use that technique, that really works. And then for the next steps on GetSales, basically you have to pick with which profile you're going to send the messages, and then you add the contacts here. So here our list was open profiles. I can select all my contacts here. You have seen that I can also upload a CSV directly here. but you can also first import in the CRM and then add this contact to the campaign. Here I have all my contacts and I can go to the next steps and launch the campaign. So the sequence that I showed you before, it works with people that are open profiles, right? But you could also make a sequence where you upload all your leads, open profiles or not, and the sequence will distribute the leads on the right channels. So actually this one is actually the best strategy, much better than the other one. Because on that one, you start with the emails for everybody because you can send 100 emails per day. So that's the best channel for volume at first. And you're going to keep the other channels with less volume for the people that don't reply. So here for everybody, you send emails. You wait for replies, you send emails. And then here, you are going to add a condition after the email sequence. The condition would be a tag, which is open profile or not. Or find a way on GetSales to have this open profile parameter. And here you can split the actions between the open profiles and non-open profiles. And really simple, for the open profiles, you are going to send an InMail first, because this is free. And then if you don't get a reply to your InMail, you are going to send a connection request and then LinkedIn messages. And for the non-open profiles, you're going to start with a connection request and LinkedIn messages, and then keep your rarest resource, which is the paid InMails to these people. So here, two different use cases. This is a free InMail. Here you send to open profile. You can send 20, 30 per day. And this is a paid InMail here that you send to non-open profiles, and you only have 50 per month. You can stack up 3 months, so 150, but basically you get 50 credits per month. So this is your most scarce resource. And for using the tag system to split between the two sequences here, what you could do is simply make 2 different CSV import on the same campaign. So here you click on add contact, upload a CSV file, and you download here your open profiles, a CSV. And when you upload them, you can add a tag here, open profiles, you add a tag. And we define the sequence that when you have this tag, you send an email first. And so you split your uploads in 2. Then you do that, you filter on false, you copy all your sheet, and you download the non-open profile this time, and you do a second upload, second CSV upload here, where you put no tag, or you put a tag non-open profile, but you can just put no tag. And that way you will have the tag and your leads will be splitted between the 2 LinkedIn sequences that we have. I hope you will get great results with this system, guys. I really think it's the best way to do multi-channel outreach between LinkedIn and email now. And please, if you try it, put your results in the comments. I would be really curious to see that.